Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. We get the 2020 football season underway for the University Trojans as they host the A&M Consolidated Tigers. I'm Lark Smith here to describe the pictures and accounts of this game along with our Waco ISD crew. The visitors from A&M Consolidated are coached by Lee Fedora, the brother of Baylor assistant coach Larry Fedora. Fourth season for Lee Fedora at A&M Consolidated. In those 4 years, his teams have gone 30-6. They have last 3 years they finished third, second, and were the champions last year of their district with a 10-0 record. They went 1-1 in the postseason. Lee Fedora has been coaching has been coaching for 21 years now. In those 21 years, he has a record of 197 wins, 61 losses, and 1 tie. He has been to the postseason 17 times with 12 district championships and 2 state championships. Those both came at Navasota in 2012 and 2014. He's been around the Central Texas area, started out at Rogers in '98 where he went 48-5 in 5 seasons. He spent 2 years at Robinson, just 10-1, but had a playoff season his last year there of 9-1-1. In those 11 years he spent at Navasota, he won 2 state championships and undefeated in both of those seasons. University Trojans, meanwhile, are coached by Rodney Smith, his 4th season heading the football programs. He was the Trojans' highly successful basketball coach before taking over the football program in 4 seasons, 7-13, 4-6 last year. That's the most wins for the Trojans since 2012. And his 2nd season at the helm, his team stopped a 48-game losing streak for the school. Trojans' most recent successful season was 1996, where they went 12-2 under Leroy Coleman. Of course, they also had a running back by the name of that we know as LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, on that team. And the last outright district championship for the University Trojans was in 1956. The colors are being presented at midfield by the University Junior ROTC. That's an indication we are about to get things underway, so we will join our stadium announcer, Mr. Snookhouse.
Gilbert Gonzalez, Gerardo Garcia, Jaime Bonilla, Jessica Camarillo. Junior ROTC is in its 19th year at University High School. Cadets of the Trojan Battalion continue to serve their community and school proudly. In the last school year, cadets completed over 5,000 hours of combined service for our school and community. All of this before the pandemic. We are very proud of our cadets and their unwavering, selfless service to our school and community. Junior ROT instructors are First Sergeant Leonard Montalongo and Sergeant First Class Marcus Hayner. God bless our troops, God bless our fallen heroes, and God bless America. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd ask that both teams and fans face the colors on the field and remain standing during the recessional as the colors make their way off the field. Immediately following the national anthem will be Texas Our Texas, so show your Texas pride and sing along. At this time, the national anthem.
Under the most recent UIL realignment, both of these teams were placed in Class 5A Division II. The University Trojans playing in District 5, while the A&M Consolidated Tigers will be playing in District 10. That District 10 also consists of Huntsville, Montgomery, Lamar Consolidated, Katy Mato, Lake Creek, Bryan Rudder, and Cleveland.
Captain tonight
University
for
Trojans
the
are going to be in a familiar district to some extent with Aledo, Arlington, Seguin, and Everman, along with Cleburne and a few other Fort Worth area schools. It's pretty much the same district as they had a year ago. Captains meeting at midfield for University. It's number 4, Gerald Price. And for the Tigers, it is number 78, Cole Watson. Our officials for tonight's game, our referee is Nelson Barnes. Greg Roberts is the umpire. The head linesman, Daryl Ward. The line judge is Steve Stone. The back judge, Mike Teal. The side judge, William Necessary. The field judge is Rodney Sims. The supervisor is Larry Weeks. Fans, for the first time in over 30 years, Butch Henry is not in a Waco ISD press box for a football game. At the age of 80, my friend and role model passed away last month, but his legacy will continue through the thousands of players and young Central Texans in which he took a full-hearted interest. We will miss his voice, his advice, and his always positive attitude. Also missing from our press box tonight is my statistician, Steve Tankersley. Due to COVID restrictions, we have only a certain number that we allow in the press box. So, Tank, I hope you're at home watching on Waco ISD TV as we are broadcasting live for the first time, as the UIL lifted some live broadcast restrictions in the interest of COVID-19. So the fans could stay at home and watch football on Friday and in this case, a Thursday night. University Trojans won the toss, and they will take the football, and we are underway. A line drive kick comes down to the 7-yard line, and a good return for the Trojans. Number 21, Aquarian McDowell, will get it up to about the 31-yard line. So University gets the ball first on offense, and that means we will see at quarterback Marion Chambers. His running backs will be Joseph Carpenter and Jalen Marshall. His wide receivers, Kwame Cooper, Ruben Arachika, and Jalen Jones. The center is Seth Vela. The guards, David Childers and Isaac Franco. And the tackles, Philippe Gonzalez and Terrell Davis. They'll send 3 to the near side from the 32-yard line. And now we'll look to the sideline and see if they want to change the play. Handoff, though, goes to the running back in the backfield. That's Joseph Carpenter. Carpenter will only get a couple of yards up to the 34.
Left holding, number 70, offense. It's a 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Penalty of the year goes against the Trojans. That'll mark off 10 yards. Called on tackle Felipe Gonzalez. So it'll be 1st and 10. Back at the 22 now for the Trojans. I'll make that 1st and 20, excuse me. So erase the run by Carpenter. Again, 3 wides to the right, solo to the far side of the field. Tigers showing a 4-man front. Back to pass. Ball long over the middle and apparently overthrew his target. Looked like that was intended for Jalen Marshall. Now you see on the replay, he got a good snap back. Marshall checks out. Checking in at the inside wide receiver is Jonathan Miner. Be 2nd down and 20. from the 22. So kind of a 6-man shotgun look here with the running back behind the quarterback. He'll take the pitch. Coming to the near side is Carpenter. It looked to have a little bit of opening. We'll get it up to about the 33-yard line before he is knocked down there. Eric Goodman leading the way for the defense for the Tigers. Gets it out to the 27-yard line. That's a pickup of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 13 from the 27. 2 running backs in the backfield this time. Kevin Brett, number 6, will join Carpenter in the backfield, along with Chambers, the quarterback. Fakes the handoff, looking to pass up the middle, and it will be in and out of the hands of his intended target, Jalen Jones. Good defense there by the Tigers, as Brock Slayton was there, along with Vince Sheffield. So a penalty on 1st down kind of kills the Trojans' first drive as they face a 4th and 13 at their own 27 and forced to punt. Tigers have 2 deep looking for the punt. Brody Daniels and Quan Williams. It'll come to the near sideline and bounce out of bounds. Off the foot of Nick Sanders, who does the punting. So the Consolidated Tigers get the ball with 10 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And they'll get the ball for the first time at their own 39-yard line. Set their offense for you. The quarterback is Kyle Willis. He'll have one of 2 running backs in the backfield, either Sutton Lake, number 9, or number 27, Joseph Perez. Right now it's Lake in the backfield with him. Handoff goes to Lake, coming over the left side. He's got a big hole up the middle, cuts it back to the right side and headed down the far sideline. Can he outrun the cornerback? He's got the cornerback beat, gets by the safety and gets it all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Sutton Lake with a great run on 1st down for the Consolidated Tigers. Gets it all the way to the University 9, but we got a block in the back.
From the spot of the foul.
And let's see where the flag was thrown. Threw the flag at the 42, so he got from the 39 to the 42, so that's 11 and 8 is 19 yards for Lake. But then after the penalty, that's a 10-yard mark off back to the 48. It's 1st down and about 2 at the 48. Racing a big pickup there. Trojans on a blitz, able to drop the quarterback Willis. First man to him for the Trojans was Gerald Price from his strong side linebacker spot. So both teams offensively start with a penalty. And I think Consolidated was a bit more costly. They now face a 2nd down and 11 from the 38. Send a man in motion to the near side. Willis looking to the near side, has a seam, will run through that seam, head to the sideline and be covered up when he gets to the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of only 3 yards on the play for Willis. Brings up a 3rd down and call it 8. A 2 running back set. It's an option pitch, going to go to Lake. Lake looking for the 1st down, has it and more in the University territory, down to the 43-yard line. Sutton Lake grabs the first down of the contest. All the way down to the University 38-yard line. Pickup of 17 on the play. Fake the handoff. Willis keeps. Doesn't find a whole lot of room over that right side. Matter of fact, no gain for Willis. It'll be second down and 10. Rest of that offense for Consolidated. The center is Barton Melder. The guards, Malik Ross and Cole Watson. The tackles are Joey Lightfoot and Rhett Lawson. Second down. Handoff goes to Lake. Once again, Gerald Price is there to stop the play, coming to the left side. Sutton Lake dropped for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 11 from the 39. Pass in the flat, that's complete to Wesley Greaves, and Greaves on the wide receiver screen takes it to the University 38-yard line. Fourth down. Tigers under center going for it, looking like they're trying to get the Trojans to jump offside. Play clock is down to 7. Willis now back in shotgun formation, looking to throw to the sideline. It's complete. It's Sutton Lake, and Lake is getting free, headed down the far sideline and dives for the pylon and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 38-yard pass. From Kyle Willis to Sutton Lake, puts the first score on the board. Try for point to come. Sutton Lake not only does it through the air, he's going to try to add on the extra point here, as he's also the kicker for the Tigers. Puts it through the uprights. 6 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first quarter. And our score is A&M Consolidated 7 and University Trojans nothing. Once again, you see Sutton Lake getting loose on the 4th down pass for the 6. Drive went 61 yards in 8 plays and took 3 minutes and 3 seconds off of the first quarter clock. A&M Consolidated comes into this contest ranked 5th in the state by Texas Football Magazine in 5A Division II. From a year ago, they lost 28 lettermen. They returned 20, but just 3 starters on both sides of the ball on offense and defense. But from last year's team, they had 3 FBS signees. Another good look at Sutton Lake there as he gets ready to kick the ball off to the Trojans. Coming to the near side from the 10-yard line. Going up. Turning outside is Truman Jasperson. Jasperson will take it up to the 22-yard line where University will get the ball for the second time, this time trailing 7-0. Didn't get a chance to tell you about the Consolidated defense when the Trojans had the ball first time. four-man front with the ends of Jaden Thomas and Joseph Perez. The tackles are Eric Goodman and Jesus Duran. Also have three linebackers. We'll get to those in a minute as Carpenter takes the handoff and goes over the left side. Has a gain of about 2 yards. Out to the 24-yard line, 2nd and 8. Those linebackers for Consolidated are Brock Slayton, Vince Sheffield, and Tyndall McNamara. Cornerbacks are Braylon Davis and Jonathan Miner. And the safeties, Quan Williams and Jalen Walter. 2nd down and 8 for the Trojans. Seth Vela, the deep snapper for University. Gets it back on the money and pass out in the flat to Carpenter, but he's two-teamed out there. He had two Consolidated Tigers on top of him, Brock Slayton, along with Jonathan Miner. And no gain on the play. So it's 3rd and 8 at the University 24. Also on that offensive line for the Trojans, you have David Childers and Isaac Franco, the guards. The tackles, Felipe Gonzalez and Terrell Davis. 3rd and long. Chambers checks the sideline, no change on the play. Back to pass across the middle, throws, and it's knocked away. Good instincts there by the Tigers' Quan Williams to come across and knock that one down. It'll be 3 and out for the Trojan offense. So once again, back to punt is Nick Sanders. Brody Daniels and Quan Williams back to receive. Headed toward Daniels on the far side from the 46. He's already in University territory. Takes it to the sideline. Now cuts it straight up the field. North and south is the best way to get yards, and he does that and gets it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, they're going to mark it at maybe the 28-yard line, but a nice return there by Brody Daniel. He may be one of the most versatile players on this Tiger offense, or this just Tiger team. He's listed in several positions in their two-deep category. 4:20 left, first quarter. Consolidated with great field position and a 7-0 lead as they'll start this drive at the University 28. Kyle Wallace has a couple of running backs in the backfield with him. He'll hand it off to Sutton Lake, who cuts inside the block from his fullback. Now cuts it back inside. Another cut back will get him down to the 15-yard line. Finally making the tackle for University is Arturo Vega. Got it down to the 15. That's a gain of 13 on the play. And Lake already rolling up some pretty good yardage. All he wants is he's been held under double figures. 1st and 10 from the 15. Willis looking to pass to his left, throws underneath, in and out of the hands of his intended target. That's Wesley Greaves. That is his first incompletion of the night. Gives us a chance to set the University defense for you. The nose guard is Anthony Sardinetta. The tackles, Raul Zapata and Brendan Dupree. The linebackers, Arturo Vega, Nathan Oliveras, and Gerald Price. Handoff once again to Lake, and Lake straight up the middle is into the end zone from 15 yards out for the touchdown. Hard to slow down Sutton Lake. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. He's in the end zone for the second time tonight. All that set up with the good punt return by Brody Daniel. So now Lake gets a chance to add more points to his side of the scorecard as he'll see if he can add on the point after. Puts it through the uprights. 3:40 left in the first quarter. A&M Consolidated has stretched their lead to 14-0 over the University Trojans after a 3-play, 28-yard drive that only took 40 seconds off the clock. Again, you see Sutton Lake finishing it off. A little congratulations there from Wesley Greaves. Trojans need to get something going on offense here and not allow this to be a runaway too early. Trojans will be back here at Waco ISD Stadium next Friday, a week from tomorrow, when they will take on Granbury. Back deep for University is number 3, Jalen Marshall, and number 21, McQuaven McDonald. We'll go fair catch made. University takes over the 13. Chambers has Carpenter and Britt in the backfield with him.
The ball was fair caught inside the 25. Ball be placed on the 25-yard line.
That's what I was thinking. I'm wondering why it didn't come out to the 25 if there was a fair catch. But I'm not an official. Not like the several hundred fans in the stands who try to be. Britt gets the handoff. Carpenter gives him a block on the edge. He's able to spin his way up to about the 30-yard line. And actually, they'll mark him out at the 32. So a pick up a 7 on the play for Kevin Britt. Brings up a 2nd down and 3. Two men wide to the left, one at the bottom of your screen. Once again, it's Britt who takes the handoff and follows Carpenter over right tackle. And he'll maybe get a half yard out of that, if even that, so we'll call it no gain. So still 3rd down and 3. All between the 32 and 33-yard line in University's end of the field. Tigers with a 14-0 lead. They have scored both times they've had the football. Trojans still looking for their first down. Chambers to pass. Had protection, but it breaks down all of a sudden, and in the backfield to take him down is Eric Goodman. Goodman coming from his defensive tackle spot. Dropping back to the 27-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play. So it'll be 4th down and 8. And once again, a punting situation for University. This time they just send Brody Daniels back. They've been sending 2 receivers back. Maybe they were looking for a fake, but Daniel has it at the 37-yard line, weaves his way through Trojans into University territory and down to the 46-yard line. And once again, the Trojans will start off in enemy territory. Minute 58 to go in the first quarter. And the Tigers have a 14-0 lead. Kai Willis, the quarterback, has a new running back in the backfield with him. That's Colton Eckert. Basically, you go to a two tight end formation. On the reverse pass, the throw down the sideline is picked up by University's defense. The flag's going to be called, but that's a great penalty picked up by Bobby Montgomery, as he was basically beat. They were bit on the reverse pass, so he was doing anything he could to prevent a touchdown, and that's exactly what he did by taking the receiver out on the interference call. Well, it will be 1st and 10 after the 15-yard penalty.
We have two fouls on the play. We have an illegal shift, number 44 and number 1 on the offense, moving at the same time. We have defensive pass interference, number 8 on the defense. Those penalties offset, replay the down.
Well, offsetting penalties, that works out in spades for the University Trojans.
Correction, the pass interference was number 29.
Actually, it was 22, but that's okay. So we're back at the University 46-yard line, just a do-over. Willis sets up the screen. Gets it underneath to the fullback, Tyndall McNamara. Already seeing a lot of new faces in the game for the Tigers, up 14-0. I got it to the 42-yard line, just a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. No huddle offense. Kyle Willis. Handoff over the right side. Eckert gets it across the 40. Where he stood up there, and the forward progress stops it at the 38. Another 4-yard pickup, this one for Eckert. Brings up a 3rd down and 2. Three wides to the near side. Lone receiver on the far side is Wyatt McDougal. Willis on the option, will keep. Spin move will get him to the 35 and get him the 1st down. So a new series of downs for the Tigers. This time from the 32-yard line. Sutton Lake, who has scored the first 2 touchdowns for the Tigers, getting a rest on this series of downs. As Eckert has taken over. Now he's in a 6-man look behind the quarterback. Takes the handoff. Quickly in the backfield to slow him down and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Number 17 was the first man there. That was Raylan Scott. And finished off by LaMarcus Bailey. Bring up a 2nd down and 10, and that's going to be our final play of the first quarter. Our score is A&M Consolidated 14 and University nothing. And now let's join George Snookhouse.
Teammate in August. Butch Henry was a well-known and well-loved face and voice of our athletics programs for more than 30 years, helping to broadcast the stories of our student athletes, whether on the court, on the field, be they Lions or Trojans. His Texas drawl and one-liners such as "Winner, winner, chicken dinner," and "cute as a speckled puppy" served as his trademarks, along with his genuine love of sports and the athletes and coaches he highlighted. This evening, Waco ISD Athletics remembers Butch for the memories he created and the laughs he gave to our community.
As I said, we will miss him. 2nd down and 10 as we start the second quarter. Tigers looking to maybe score for the third time, but a bad snap is going to put a crink in that. Ball got away from Willis, and it's loose, and they're going to give it to University. Back at the 49-yard line in their own end of the field. You see Willis was on it, but it got away from him. And there to get on top of it for the Trojans is Nathan Oliveras. The first turnover of the game goes the way of the University Trojans. They get it with 11:54 left in the second quarter. Possibly their best field position of the game so far at their own 49-yard line. Or excuse me, at the A&M Consolidated 49-yard line. Definitely their best position is their own west side of the field. Nick Sanders is now taken over at quarterback. Very strange look to the offense here. Sanders kind of on a wing sweep to the right side. Will get it up to about the 46-yard line. Maybe one of the oddest formations I've seen in quite some time, the way that the spacing was on the right side of that offensive line. But they pick up 3. Second down and 7. Sanders still running the offense with Carpenter in the backfield with him. Takes the snap. Once again, he'll run to the right side and gets free. Trying to cut back, but slips and falls on the brand new turf here at Waco ISD Stadium, but he picks up the first down of the game for the Trojan offense all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 10. Again, brand new artificial surface here at Waco ISD Stadium this year. Sanders has a single receiver to each side. A tight end to the right of the formation. They come to the left side this time, and Carpenter gets a block right at the line of scrimmage to get it up to the 29-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play for Carpenter. Second and 7. But a flag down on the field. Nelson Barnes will tell us what that is about.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 75 is not on the line of scrimmage. It's 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
Well, that's kind of what I thought earlier, but they didn't call that. And I thought, okay, it must be okay, but this time it's not. So, the procedure penalty backs it up 5. Still be first down and 15. Back at the 41. Thought that looked a little odd. No, there's flex defenses, but flex offense is a little different. Sanders keeps the ball and has a lot of running room up the middle of the field. Finds a cutback lane all the way down inside the 10-yard line before he's finally dragged down by Quan Williams. Sanders finds a big opening and then turns on the afterburners. Get it all the way down to the 6. A 35-yard run brings up first and goal for University at the Tigers' 6-yard line. Brett and Carpenter on the right side. It's Brett who gets the handoff. Carpenter gives him a block at the edge and gets him inside the 5, down to the 4. Give him 2 yards on the play. Second and goal. Trojans need a little boost here, a confidence builder. Get this into the end zone. Especially overcoming that penalty from a moment ago. Sanders takes a step, follows the blocks on the right side, gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Nick Sanders has the first 6 points of the year for the University Trojans. As they cut the consolidated lead down to 14-6 with the try for point to come, as you see Sanders dive across the goal line. Going to try the point after is a gentleman who's wearing a number that we don't have on our roster. We'll have to find out who number 19 is. He is true with the kick. And so with 9 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the first half, our new score is A&M Consolidated 14 and University 7. Trojans went 49 yards in 5 plays and took 2 minutes and 42 seconds to get into the end zone as Nick Sanders comes in at the quarterback spot and delivers a spark for the A&M offense. Tigers took a 14-0 lead in the first quarter. On a pass from Willis to Sutton Lake for the first touchdown, and then a run by Lake for the second touchdown. But now the Trojans have finally answered back, picking up a couple of first downs in that drive. Our kicker wants to be very precise on how he sets up that football. Quan Williams back deep for the Tigers. See if they kick it deep or just try to kick it toward one of the sidelines. They'll kick it toward the near sideline. It'll be picked up at the 19. That's Jude Lake, the brother of Sutton Lake, taking that kickoff and getting it up near the 25-yard line to the 24. First and 10 from the Tiger 24-yard line with 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go in our first half. Tigers looking to add to a 14-7 advantage. Kyle Willis, the quarterback, has Sutton Lake back in the game in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff to Lake, looking to pass. Goes deep across the middle, has Brody Daniel wide open, and it's a track meet. Daniel will win that track meet and go the 76 yards for the touchdown. I said a while ago, Brody Daniel is probably the most talented player on this Consolidated roster, as he's listed at several different positions. And he shows his speed right there by outracing the University secondary for the third touchdown of the night for the Tigers. And once again, Sutton Lake will try to add on the extra point out of the hold of Brody Daniel. Going to hear those two names a lot tonight. Lake wants to re-establish his mark as the play clock winds down to 5, but the snap is on time. The kick is up and good. 8 minutes, 51 seconds to go in our first half. A&M Consolidated back on top by 14 at 21-7 on that nice pitch and catch from Willis to Daniel. Dantrell did great giving chase there, but not able to catch up to the speedy Brody Daniel. One play, 76 yards. Took all of 21 seconds to get on the scoreboard. On the last two possessions, the last two scoring drives for A&M Consolidated took only a minute and a second for both of them. They can hit you quick. Back deep for the Trojans will be Agrarian McDowell along with Jalen Marshall. McDowell in the middle, Marshall on the near side. On the far side is Isaiah Williams. And over in kick goes out of the end zone, and University will get it its own 25-yard line. Kind of rather strange this season due to COVID-19 restrictions to be able to watch the 4A and lower classes play football before 5A and 6A ever got started. But this is the weekend that 5A and 6A finally get underway. University the first on the new turf here at Waco ISD Stadium this season. Waco High will be here tomorrow night taking on West Mesquite. Nick Sanders again returns at quarterback with Brett and Carpenter in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff, rolling to his right, looking to pass deep. Man-to-man situation there, and the pass is pretty much on the money, but a nice job of defending there by Braylon Davis as he made sure that Jalen Jones could not come up with it. Nice heave there by Sanders. And you see it come down, and it was in the arms of Jones, but McDougal able to strip it away. Second down and 10. Good job by the Trojan offense. Try to stretch the field out a little bit here. Maybe open up those running lanes. We'll see. Handoff goes to Carpenter. Trying to get around the edge. Able to do so thanks to a comeback block. He'll take it out at the 30-yard line after a pickup of 5. Third down and 5. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 31, so give him a 6-yard pickup. Checking in as a wideout for the Trojans, number 8, Ruben Arachica. He's a senior, number 8. He'll go to the wide side. Be over there along with Jalen Jones. Trojans are going to have to call a timeout because I think we have some personnel issues.
That is their first charge timeout of the half.
We saw Paul Monreal come off the field at the last minute. So Rodney Smith calls a timeout. In the meantime, he's talking to the side judge about that pass a moment ago, but I don't think Rodney had the vantage point that we did. That the defender was able to take the ball away after the ball had already hit the hands of his receiver. But Rodney's pleading his case. Meanwhile, you see Lee Fedora and company on the far side, getting their defense all figured out. Back to action we go. Sanders, straight drop back, steps up, has a bit of a pocket, but can't get away from number 34 from that defensive line. Eric Goodman having a good game. You see Goodman grabbing by the ankles, and Sanders is able to fall forward to the 33 for a 2-yard pickup. It brings up a 4th down and 3. Trojans are going for it. Yes, they are. Sanders is going to punt out of that formation on the quick kick and gets a nice roll out of it. Goes inside the 25 and dies at the 23. So a nice punt by Nick Sanders. To flip the field and give A&M Consolidated a bit more field to work with. 7:53 left to go, second quarter. Tigers with a 21-7 lead over the University Trojans. From the 23-yard line in their own end of the field. Kyle Willis still at quarterback. He has Sutton Lake in the backfield with him. They show a tight end to the left of the formation. Hand off on the backside reverse to Lake, and Lake has it out to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 12 and a first down. Sutton Lake is small of stature, but brings a pretty good load with him when he comes around that corner. First and 10 at the 35. Now you'll see Eckert enter the game for Lake. Willis sends Eckert to his right side. Trojans showing blitz from the corner. Unable to stop Eckert after he picks up about 3 up to the 38. Tigers changing sides with the personnel as they send Wesley Greaves as one of 2 receivers to the far side of the field in the slot. Or actually he's at the top of your screen. Willis looking that way after a low snap. Gets out from under rush and is able to hit Greaves. Greaves into University territory and down to about the 48-yard line. Wesley Greaves, just a sophomore. It's easy to pick up with those orange shoes. You see him out in the flat. Just a quick out pattern. University having to chase him down. Gerald Price coming from a linebacker spot to bring him down. All the way out to the University 40-yard line. Once again, back to pass is Willis. This time he's going to be dropped. Or excuse me, it's got the pass complete, but University is on top of it. Well, I'm going to need a replay because I thought the quarterback got sacked.
Ineligible man downfield. Number 78, offense. That penalty is declined. First down, University.
So Trojans get the turnover. I believe on an interception, and I apologize for not picking up who it was that intercepted it. It's first and 10 for University with 6 minutes and 40 seconds. The ball is at the University 42-yard line. Nick Sanders trying to make it a 1-touchdown game again. Has 5 wideouts now, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Sanders. He's looking to run. Now he looks to pass and he pulls it down and runs ahead up to about the 48-yard line. Pick up the 6 on the play for Sanders. It's a pretty good heads-up play there by Sanders. Kind of a RPO run-pass option
Holding.
there. Yep.
Offense, number 65.
Coming back
10-yard
due to
penalty,
holding.
replay, first down.
Saulo Fernandez caught holding on. So that will erase the pickup. They take it back to the 32. It'll be first and 20. Again, empty backfield for Sanders. Fakes the pass, runs straight up the middle, and is immediately wrapped up by Goodman. He is able to get a yard out of it to the 33-yard line. Second and 19. It's one of those plays, if you're going to decide to run with it, you can't hesitate. You got to really bust it up there. Once again, they go with the 3 wides to the left, 2 to the right. Sanders looking to throw quickly into the right flat. It's complete. Nice move there by the receiver. That's Jalen Jones, who gets it up to the 45-yard line. To pick up a 12 on the play. But it's still 3rd down and 7. Thanks to the holding penalty moments ago. Got to get into Tiger territory at the 48 to pick up a new series of downs. Brett, the running back in the backfield now with Sanders. But Sanders looks to pass across the middle and incomplete, trying to go on a quick crossing pattern to Jalen Marshall. But Marshall unable to handle it. That might have been good for the first down, and Marshall been able to hold on. Excuse me, maybe that was number 8, Ruben Arechica. So 4th down, we've seen Sanders punt out of this formation before. Nobody back, though, for the Tigers. And Sanders will punt on the quick kick. Again, it'll take a University roll, and this time it'll go down to the 15-yard line before it stops rolling. So with 5:06 left to go, first half, A&M Consolidated has the ball at their own 15-yard line, on top of the Trojans by a score 21-7. Trojan punting game has been pretty good tonight, thanks to Nick Sanders. Kyle Willis still running the quarterback. Sutton Lake still in the backfield for the Tigers. Willis looks in the flat and has a completion. And coming up the near sideline and headed for pay dirt is Jalen Walker. They'll be run out of bounds at the University 35-yard line. Don't see any flags back. There you see Jalen Walter speeding up the near sideline and finally is forced out of bounds. "50-yard pickup on the play. 1st and 10. Throw in the far flat once again to Walter. Walter has some downfield blocking and will be knocked out of bounds when he gets to the 15-yard line. Well, that's a 20-yard pickup there, so they picked up 70 yards on the same play, just to each side of the field. So another 1st and 10. Now from the University 15, but this time there's a timeout call.
Consolidated. That is their first charge timeout of the half.
Well, as Nelson Barnes tells us, the first timeout asked for by head coach Lee Fedora and his Consolidated Tigers. There you see the University coaching staff talking to the defense. Members of that Trojan coaching staff include Antonio Miles, Marie Crane, Stephen Massington, Joshua Brown, Christopher Edwards, and the Price brothers, Tom and Sam. Part of the group coaching the University varsity football team this year. Trying to find a way to stop this very potent Tiger offense. Scored their first 2 times they had the ball to take a quick 14-0 lead. They've had a couple of turnovers tonight. A fumble and an interception. Looking like they want to get another touchdown here. As Willis is back to pass, had some pressure from the backside, but gets it out in the flat to Jade Lake, and Lake is down to the 1-yard line. Make that Jude Lake, not Jade. Jude Lake on the pass catch. He's the brother of that running back that's already scored 2 touchdowns. There you see him hauled down at the 1 by University's Raul Zapata. So 1st and goal at the 1. And Willis will take it in himself. Kyle Willis with the touchdown from 1 yard out. A 4-play 85-yard drive puts the Tigers on the board one more time with 4:19 left to go in the first half.
Timeout, Consolidated. That is their second charge timeout
Needs
of the
another
half.
timeout. Not sure exactly if they just didn't have the right personnel out there. They scored so quickly they weren't looking for an extra point. Now I see someone from the sideline all of a sudden join the extra point team, so it appears that Joey Lightfoot wasn't aware that he was needed on the field. Again, a 4-play, 85-yard drive that only took 47 seconds. The first 70 yards were pretty quick on 2 passes to Jalen Walter. It's a swing pass to each side. Deep snapper for Consolidated is Wyatt McDougal. They get it back to Brody Daniel, and Sutton Lake kicks it through the uprights to increase the lead for A&M Consolidated to 21. Score now 28-7 in favor of the Tigers over the Trojans. I remind you that thanks to a UIL ruling this year that was brought about due to COVID-19, that Friday night high school games will now be allowed to be televised and streamed live. So all the games here at Waco ISD Stadium will be streamed live on wacoisd.org. You can also see the games on Spectrum and Grande Channel 17. Tomorrow night's game, though, with Waco High and West Mesquite will not be available on Spectrum and Grande because of a special compensation or dispensation that the UIL has given to the games being played at Jerry World on Friday. I believe one of those games includes the Tipple Wildcats taking on the Longview Lobos. High end over end kick will go into the end zone. Trojans will let it go so they can get the ball at the 25-yard line and not roll any time off the clock. They've got 4:19 left in this first half and trail by 3 scores. They were able to get on the scoreboard thanks to a spark inflicted by Nick Sanders coming in at quarterback, and Sanders is right back at quarterback with Carpenter and Britt in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Carpenter coming to the right side. He's got the edge and some running room down the field and all the way up to the 39-yard line. Pick up a 14 on the play for Carpenter. Nice blocking on the left side there. Allows Carpenter to get around the corner. No flags to bring that one back. Wide to the far side is Jalen Jones. He's been targeted a couple of times tonight. 2 receivers to the near side. Sanders looking to pass, looking to his left, throws across the middle and overthrows his target. Looked like he was trying to get that to Ruben Arachica, the senior, across the middle in the post pattern. Just a little too strong. He's up a second down and 10 from the University 39. Arachica now will join Jones on the far side of the field. Handoff goes to Britt. And Britt will take it up to the 44. 5-yard pickup. Saw Kevin Brent quite a bit last year for the Trojans. Senior running back. spelled Jeremiah Stroop at times. But what a bulldozer Jeremiah Stroop was for the Trojans for about 3 years. Kevin Brett, though, being Carpenter, trying to bring about the same type of numbers. Fake the handoff to Carpenter. Sanders come to the near side and able to get by one would-be tackler and is free down the sideline. Will be bumped out of bounds when he gets to the 25. So Sanders once again breaks free. You see him get by the one potential tackler as Quan Williams couldn't hold on to him. Waiting to see where they're going to spot the football. Did they say he stepped out at the 29? Apparently so. It's all the way down to the Consolidated 29. 27-yard pickup for Sanders on the play. We have an injured Tiger on the near sideline. Being looked at by the training staff is Jonathan Miner, a junior defensive back. He's up on both feet. Going to get some assistance to the far side. University trainers Jerry Williams and Chelsea Hooten were also there to see if they could be of any assistance. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left to go first half. Trojans trail the Tigers 28-7, but looking to make it a two-score game here with the ball at the 29-yard line in Tiger territory after a 27-yard pickup by the quarterback Nick Sanders. Again, DeMarion Chambers got the start, but Nick Sanders has come in and provided a spark on the offensive side, guiding the Trojans to a touchdown on his first series of downs. Handoff to Britt, cuts back inside on a block by Carpenter, but will only get back to maybe the line of scrimmage as the linebacker corps gets there in a hurry. First to greet him there was Vince Sheffield. And it is no gain on the play for Carpenter. Second down and 10. Play clock down to 14 as the Trojans break the huddle. Rodney Smith walking down to maybe call a timeout, but sees that the play was called in time. The throw to the near sideline in the corner is just a bit strong. Trying to get it to Kwame Cooper, the wide receiver on the near side. Sanders just gives it a heave, but just a little too far for Cooper to catch up to. Even if he caught up to it, he'd be beyond the end line. That stops the clock with 2:02 to go. Trojans now face a 3rd and 10 at the Consolidated 29-yard line. Definitely in 4-down territory here. Sanders back to throw, throws underneath. Complete up to the 25-yard line to Arachica. Just to pick up a 4 on the play. It brings down a 4th down and 6, a little bit more manageable. Just across the 25.
Timeout, Consolidated. That is our 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Consolidated calls a timeout. He says that's their 3rd. I only remember one prior to now, but the scoreboard also says they took another timeout somewhere. Scoreboard says the Trojans have 2 left. The Tigers defensively want to be sure they have the right personnel and the right call here. as University faces a 4th and 6 with an opportunity to grab some momentum going into the locker room. The Trojans did get the ball to start the game, so that means that A&M Consolidated will start the second half with the football. Good look at the University offensive huddle, and Nick Sanders with the helmet on top of his head now pulls it down and gets ready to face a 4th down and 6 situation. Actually, I mark it at the 24, so make it 4th and 5 after a 5-yard pickup on that pass by Arachiga. Carpenter, the only back in the backfield, a bit of a low snap. Sanders now runs out of the pocket, fakes a throw, and will not get the first down. He'll be stopped at the 22-yard line, but a game effort on the part of Nick Sanders there to try to pick up the first down. See him open things up, fake out number 7 to get out of the potential tackle of Brock Slayton, but the rest of the pursuit caught up. The ball over on downs to Consolidated with 1:33 left to go after just a 2-yard gain. So from the 22, back to pass. Willis rolls, looks underneath, and will complete that one to Wesley Greaves. Stays in bounds. Gain out to the 28-yard line and pick up a 6. Willis steps up in the pocket, looks across the middle, and once again has Greaves, and Greaves is across the 45 to the 46-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that pass to Greaves. Picks up a first down. Again across the middle, but this one is in and out of the hands of Wesley McDougal. Excuse me, that's Wyatt McDougal. And stops the clock with 47 seconds to go. Tigers trying to see if they can get on the clock in the final 1:33 of this first half, already leading 28-7. Willis, plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, and finally gets rid of the football before he gets to the line of scrimmage and underthrows his intended target, trying to get it out to Walker. It'll be 3rd down from the 46. 39 seconds to play. Willis checks the sideline for the play. Again, he has Sutton Lake in the backfield with him. Lake stays in the block. Willis fires, and it's in and out of the hands. And almost intercepted. The University Trojan had a chance to get a hand on the ball after it went out of the hands of McDougal. May have been Raylan Scott who had a shot at it. Here we see it on the replay. Trying to make a diving catch there. So it's 4th down. At their own 46-yard line. And now they send in Sutton Lake to punt. Trojans don't believe it. They're sending nobody back. Looking for a possible fake out of this. Now we have whistles. And
delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense, number 9. 5-yard penalty.
Called against
remains 4th down.
The Tigers. So 4th and 10 at the 41-yard line. And again, the Trojans not sending anybody back to return the punt with 33 seconds to go in the half, trailing 28-7. Lake gets off the punt. It will check up, take a sideways roll, and get down to the 17-yard line. Just 22 seconds left in the half. University will get it one more time. Will be at their own 17-yard line. And we'll see if Rodney Smith decides to just take a knee and take it to the house down 3 scores. Nick Sanders will run the offense again. He'll have Carpenter in the backfield with him, with 2 wide outs to each side of the formation. Handoff will go to Carpenter. Carpenter is cut off by Goodman and tries to cut it back inside. Will only get it back to the line of scrimmage, and the clock will run out. So that is our first half of action here at Waco ISD Stadium. Our score at halftime is A&M Consolidated 28 and the University Trojans 7. Stay tuned. Our halftime activities coming up in a moment here on Waco ISD TV.
Now taking the field are the 2020-2021 Bingo Bells. Bell of the week is Maddie Ledecky. The Bingo Bell squad leaders are Molly Steiner, Jenna Guerra, Jade Williams, Mia Lartigue, and head squad leader Avery Tice. The Bingo Bell dance officers are Junior Lieutenant Avery Hutchinson and Junior Lieutenant Jordan Reynolds, and Senior Captain Kendall Wagspack. Ladies and gentlemen, College Station Independent School District and the A&M Consolidated High School proudly present the sweethearts of College Station and the A&M Consolidated Bingo Bells. The Bingo Bells are under the direction of Caitlin Ledbetter. And tonight they are performing a pom routine to Blinding Lights.
Trojan sports fans, tonight is senior night. Let's take a moment to recognize our senior students and their families. This event is brought to you by Dr. Ricky Edison and the remainder of the administrative team at University High School. We're going to start with Ruben Archega. He's a 3-year letterman, and he is escorted tonight by Tony Miles. Ruben Archega. Jamarius Bailey, 3 years of participation in football. Parent Bernicia Garrett. Jamarius Bailey. Kayvon Britt, a 4-year player, dad and stepmom, Mary and Frank Harris. Kayvon Britt. Joseph Carpenter, a 3-year participant, mother Constance Montgomery. A 3-year player, D. Donovan Eugene Carroll, escorted tonight by Uncle Milton Carroll and girlfriend Sylvia Howard. A 4-year player, David Childers, escorted by Sonia and David Childers, mom and dad. Jalen Delgado, a 2-year varsity player, escorted by mom, Renata Ramos, and dad, Joe Delgado. Michael Drake Jr., 2-year varsity letterman, escorted by father and mother, Michael and Natasha Drake. Jared Estrada, a 3-year player, escorted tonight by Martha Estrada. Isaac Franco, a 4-year player, escorted by mom, Juanita Garza, and dad, Ernest Garza. Thaiska Glasker, a 3-year player, escorted tonight by mom, TC. Felipe Gonzalez, a 4-year player, escorted tonight by Jose and Jessica Barrientos. Ray Gia, a 4-year participant, escorted tonight by Coach Stephen Massington. Jalen Jones, a 2-year letterman, escorted by Patricia Jones, mom, and Frank Weaver, father. Darius Lewis, escorted tonight by Jackie Garcia, a 2-year letterman. Anthony Marshall, a 2-year letterman, escorted tonight by Jessica Jones and Anthony Marshall. Julian Monreal Jr., a 3-year letterman, escorted tonight by Christy Resendez, parent. Quaylen Newton, a 4-year participant, escorted tonight by Jasmine Waits. Nathan Michael Olivares, a 4-year participant, escorted by parents Jay and Christina Olivares. Daryl Thomas III, a 3-year letterman, escorted tonight by Daryl and Alexia Thomas. Arturo Vega Gonzalez, a 2-year participant, letterman, escorted tonight by mom Celia Gonzalez and dad Roque Vega. Seth Vela, a 2-year letterman, escorted by parents Paul and Crystal Vela. Justin Whitsitt, a 1-year participant, escorted tonight by mom Tammy Whitsitt and sister Chelsea Hooten. Roel Zapata, a 4-year player, escorted tonight by Marie and Roel Zapata. And those are your football players, ladies and gentlemen. And now for your student trainers. Our first trainer is Nadia Berrigan, a 1-year participant, escorted by Joshua Berrigan, her brother. Casilia Gerald, a 3-year participant, escorted by Jackie and Hector Vasquez. And Priscilla Olvera, First-year participant, escorted by Lorena Chavez, mom. Now for those mighty Trojan cheerleaders. First up, Elizabeth Carrion, a 4-year participant escorted by Juan Carrion and Diana Carrion. Tanaja Cashaw, a 2-year participant escorted by parents Maurice Cashaw and Xavier Robinson. Leslie Hutron, a 3-year cheerleader escorted by mom Myra Galvan and sister Fernanda Galvan. And Caitlin McKnight, 2-year participant escorted by mother Kimberly McKnight and grandmother Connie Duran. Our last cheer participant is Lucinda Ramos, a 4-year cheerleader, escorted tonight by parents Manuel and Pamela Ramos. And now, for our dance participants, Honesty Bryant, a 2-year dancer, escorted tonight by Darcia Crowder and Tavares Whitley. Alyssa Diaz, a 3-year dancer, escorted by mom Marisol Diaz and dad Don Diaz. Soraya Godino, a 1st-year dancer, escorted by parents Jessica and Victor Godino. Zitali Martinez, a 1st-year dancer, escorted by Angela Vera, aunt, and Manuel Vera, uncle. Erica Pivia, a 2-year dancer, escorted by parents Mr. and Mrs. Felix and Lucera Pevia. Soyla Salazar, 1st-year dancer, escorted tonight by Carmen Palacios, her tia. And Talia Watson, a 1st-year dancer, escorted tonight by Mickey McLennan, her mother. And last but certainly not least, your senior members of your mighty UHS JROTC program. Tila Gomez, 3 years in JROTC, escorted by dad Apolinar Gomez. Tila is enlisting in the United States Navy. Next, Rosalva Arjan, 4-year cadet, mother Kathy Cruz, cousin Jordan Ortiz, attending college. Angelica Castro, a 4-year participant, mother Christina Castro, attending MCC, followed by the University of North Texas. Adriana Ceballeros, 4 years in JROTC, mother Laura Delgado, going to go to the military, followed by Sam Houston. Madison Falkenstein, 4 years in the program, mother Carrie Leffert, attending MCC. Gerardo Garcia, 4-year participant, parents Maria and Chad Garcia, attending trade school. Danielle Maldonado, escorted tonight by Father Gonzalo Maldonado and Uncle Frank Maldonado. And Danielle will be enlisting in the military. Yamil Yepes, a 4-year participant, parents Patricia and Cesar Salas, attending Sam Houston University. Galileo Oguin, the cadet command sergeant major, 4 years in JROTC. Father Manuel Oguin and Aunt Ismelda Oguin, attending MCC. And your cadet battalion commander, Daniela Rodriguez, a 4-year participant, escorted tonight by mother Maria Ledesma and sister Dulce Garcia, attending college and majoring in fashion design and business. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your seniors. Give them one more round of applause. And go you Trojans, have a mighty senior season.
Hope you enjoyed our halftime activities. We are about set to go here with the second half of action with A&M Consolidated on top of University 28-7. Some stats I've been able to compile myself throughout the first half of action. Highly questionable on these stats. I did the best I could. A&M Consolidated has 11 first downs to 4 for University. Total offense for University, they've run 30 plays for 142 yards. Consolidated 29 plays for 288 yards. Most of that's been on the ground for University. 142 yards on 20 carries. Consolidated has had 61 yards on the ground and just 15 carries. Most of theirs has been through the air. They're 10 of 14 passing for 227 yards and a couple of touchdowns, but they've also had one interception. University just 3 of 10 passing for 17 yards. The Trojans have been penalized 3 times for 25 yards, while the Tigers are penalized 2 times for 15 yards. And we are back underway as Jade Lake has the kickoff and has some sprinter speed headed to the far sideline. One man to beat, and he'll be able to be run out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down to about the 16-yard line, and then we see a flag at the very end of the play. At least that's what I thought I saw. I thought I saw either a flag or a beanbag went through, but he comes all the way down to the 16-yard line on a really nice return from inside the 29-yard, from inside the 20-yard line by Jade Lake. So the Tigers are at point blank range at the University 16-yard line to start the second half. Sutton Lake in the backfield will take the handoff, and he'll head inside the 10, be met at about the 7, and finally dragged down. University's Gerald Price there to bring him down at the 5-yard line, but not after he picked up 11 yards on the play. His 7th carry of the night for 86 yards, and he scored 1 touchdown on the ground and 1 in the air. Back to the line of scrimmage. Lake has the football again, waiting for blocking to develop, and he finds the hole and gets into the end zone from 5 yards out for the touchdown. Second touchdown of the night for Sutton Lake. On just his 8th carry of the night, gives him 91 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. And Tigers are up 34-7 with Sutton trying to add the extra point. So they just took 2 plays to go to 16 yards. They did that in 36 seconds. Thanks to the fine return by Jade Lake. Point after is up and through. So 11:24 to go here. Once again, you see Sutton Lake from 5 yards out wiggle his way into the end zone for the 5th touchdown of the night for the Tigers. They're up by 4 scores at 35-7. Didn't take them long to get on the scoreboard once again. They've had scoring drives that took 40 seconds, 21 seconds, and now 36 seconds. That was set up by the outstanding kickoff return by Jade Lake. See what the University offensive brain trust drew up during halftime to try to forge a comeback. Kick is going to go into the end zone, so University will have the ball at their own 25-yard line to start the second half. Seth Vela is the center. David Childers and Isaac Franco are the guards. The tackles Felipe Gonzalez and Terrell Davis. I believe Nick Sanders will take back over at quarterback, as he did such a fine job taking over for Demarion Chambers with the 4th possession of the game. Joseph Carpenter has pretty much carried the load in the backfield. 7 carries for 31 yards. So Sanders, since he came into the game, carried the ball 8 times for 85 yards. Kayvon Brent has had the ball 4 times for 14 yards. Carpenter and Brett in the backfield with Sanders. And now a whistle. Flag. They take too much time.
False start.
Nope,
Offense,
false start.
number 72. 5-yard penalty.
The
Remains
fourth penalty
first
that
down.
I've recorded against University for 30 yards, but this is the same way they started the first half with the penalty on their first play. So that's 1st and 15 back at the 20. Handoff goes to Carpenter. He'll have back the 5 yards plus 1 as he gets it up to the 26. Second down and 9 from the 26. Carpenter being moved to the right side in a stacked eye with Brett. They'll hand it to Brett. It follows Carpenter's block, but I take that back. It was a fake to Brett, and Sanders kept the football. Had me faked out, almost had Consolidated faked out.
Hey, come on, D.
They get a yard out of it. Brings up a 3rd and 8 from the University 28. 9th carry of the night for Sanders. Again, he missed the first 3 series of the contest. Came into the 4th series and sparked the Trojans to their only touchdown. Back to pass, looking to his right, rolling that way. Now looking back to his left, still rolling right. Under a rush, throws it upfield, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it close to Jalen Jones, but Jones was pretty well covered downfield. And that'll bring up a punting situation. Sanders just 2 of 7 passing for 17 yards so far. Fourth and 8 at the 28. Again, they started off in a hole with the penalty. They do have receivers back expecting the punt from Sanders, who now goes back a little bit further. We've seen him quick kick a couple of times tonight. Has gotten a good roll out of it each time. Gets this one away. Fumbled and recovered by University. On top of it for the Trojans is Dantrell DeGreat, as it was mishandled by Quan Williams. And DeGreat is able to jump on it for the Tigers. There you see Williams mishandle it, and a great job of covering up that ball by DeGreat. So the University offense has a new series of downs, and they're in Tiger territory at the 35-yard line. New life to try to get on the board here to start the second half. That's the 3rd turnover tonight against A&M Consolidated. The Trojans have not turned the ball over once.
Timeout, University.
The Trojans are going to have to call a timeout. Apparently they didn't have the right personnel grouping out there, expecting to be on defense, but surprised to be on offense after recovering the fumbled punt. The Tigers have had one bad snap that ended up allowing the football to go over to University on a fumble. Trojans have had 1 interception on the night, and now they're able to get the turnover on the fumbled punt. It gives them a chance to get back within 3 scores. 10 minutes left to go, 3rd quarter. Tigers have already put a score on the board here in the second half. Sanders looking to throw, rolling to his right. Looks downfield for Jones. Jones trying to come back for it, but unable to get to it. Matter of fact, the guy that had the best chance to make the catch was Austin Compte from the defensive backfield. And you'll see it pretty much land in Compte's hands, but he can't hold on to it or make that 28, Diego Moya. Thought it was 24, but 28, so it's just an incomplete pass on first down. 2nd and 10 at the 35. And we got another whistle and a timeout called. This one is by the officials. Apparently we have an injury somewhere. Nelson Barnes says this timeout is on me. I don't necessarily see anyone being attended to for an injury timeout, so I'm a little befuddled as to why this timeout was called, but it's not being charged against either team. The Trojans have already used one of their timeouts here in the half. Jones goes wide to the far side. Receiver at the bottom of your screen is Kwame Cooper. Trojans show a tight end to the right of the formation. That's the way that Sanders will run with the football. Linebacker core gets to him, and the ball is taken away, and covering it for the Consolidated Tigers is Quan Williams. Forward progress apparently not called. The ball stripped out. And Kwame Cooper comes up with the football, but Kwame Cooper is also down. So Cooper, gets Quan Williams. Quan Williams is able to atone for his mistake and able to come up with the first turnover on the part of University. Williams now up on his feet on his own and off to the sideline. But with 8:42 to go in the third quarter, Consolidated has the ball again. And they are at the 41-yard line in their own territory after the first turnover of the night against University. Kyle Willis is the quarterback, sends Jade Lake in motion and looking to pass. Under duress, he gets it off to Jade Lake in the flat, and Lake will get it up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 4. Fifteenth pass attempt of the night for Willis. He's completed 10 for 231 yards. Second reception for Jade Lake for 18 yards. Run around the left side. Sutton Lake forced out of bounds after picking up the first down. Gets it into University territory at the 47. Pickup of 8 on the play. Or was there a flag? Looks like Nelson Barnes is going to tell us there's a penalty. Yep.
Number 8 on the offense. That'll be 10 yards from the end of the run. Replay second down.
Mr. Orange Shoes, Wesley Greaves, flagged for the holding penalty. I have that as just the third penalty against the Tigers for 25 yards. Takes it back to the 42. Going deep, complete, and headed for the end zone with the football is Wyatt McDougal for the touchdown. "47-yard pitch and catch. Kyle Willis to Wyatt McDougal. Increases the lead for A&M Consolidated to 41-7 with the try for point to come. That's the way you overcome a 10-yard holding penalty. Just throw it deep, put it in the end zone. Point after attempt is good. There you see the replay. Nice pass right on the money. And staying in bounds is McDougal for the score. I guess it's possible I wrote something down wrong because I started this drive at 8:42 and now the clock says it's 8:55. Well, we'll say maybe I wrote down the wrong number to start the drive at 9:42. So it just took them 47 seconds to once again get on the scoreboard. Another very short scoring drive as far as time goes for the Consolidated Tigers. Ensuing kickoff is taken by a couple of Trojans, and because of the miscommunication, Warian McDowell will be tripped up and fall down. There you see his own teammate end up tackling, and it'll be at the 13-yard line, maybe the worst field position for University tonight. Trailing 42-7 with 8:53 to go in the third quarter. Nick Sanders back at quarterback. Hands it off to Carpenter. Carpenter finds little room up the front and will just get back to the line of scrimmage. Carpenter's 9th carry of the night for just 37 yards. Is not a whole lot of room there. It looks like we're going to have an injury timeout as we have a Consolidated Tiger on the turf. Unofficial statistics for University: 35 offensive plays for 149 yards. A&M Consolidated 33 offensive plays for 355 yards. Consolidated has been very efficient with their scoring. 3 on the ground and 3 through the air. And Sutton Lake has 3 of those touchdowns, 2 on the ground and 1 by way of a 38-yard pass. The 3 touchdown passes have been pretty much from long distance: 38 yards, 76 yards, and the most recent one 47 yards. That's Goodman, who's headed to the far side, limping a bit, but at least is going on his own power. He has played an excellent game on that defensive line for Consolidated. It'll be Ethan Jalobny taking over his spot at the defensive tackle spot, number 33. Second down and 10. Sanders will follow his blocking backs to the left side. Will be forced out of bounds before he gets to the 15-yard line. Matter of fact, no gain on the play. It's back to the 13. It'll be third down and 10. Looks like a passing down probably. 10 carries for 86 yards for Nick Sanders. This drive just did not get off to a good start when the return men ran into each other and caused the Trojans to start it at the 13-yard line. Carpenter, the only back in the backfield, goes from the left side to the right side. Seems to to be some confusion between the two, but back to pass is Sanders. He has time, is going deep down the middle of the field, but unable to get to the football is Jalen Marshall. Just a bit out of Marshall's reach. There you see a pretty pass downfield, and it's just a little bit out of the reach of Marshall. 2 of 9 passing now for Nick Sanders for just 17 yards. And Sanders is on to punt. Done an excellent job punting tonight for the Trojans. Brody Daniels back deep along with Jade Lake. That will take a university roll as Daniels lets it bounce, and it goes all the way down to the 34-yard line. 8:13 left to go, third quarter. Consolidated with a 42-7 lead. Had the ball twice here in the second half and scored both times in quick fashion. A 2-play, 16-yard drive thanks to a good kickoff return in 36 seconds. And then a 3-play, 59-yard drive that only took 47 seconds. Now they get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Willis will keep and will slide as he gets to the 45-yard line. I'll say he started the slide at the 44. Make that the 39, excuse me. So pick up a 5 yards for Willis. On 2nd down and 5. Throw a pass to the far side. It's picked off. There to get the 4th turnover of the night for University is Darrell Thomas. Thomas just in good position to take in this pass that was intended for Wesley Greaves. And the Trojans have their 4th turnover of the night. Again, it was 7:37 left to go. And they're at their own 34-yard line. Handoff goes to Carpenter, or excuse me, that's Brett. Brett will get it up to the 33-yard line. They started at the 29, not the 34. Pick up a 4 yards on the play for Brett. His 5th carry for 18 yards. 2nd down to pass. Throw across the middle is knocked away. Defensive positioning there to knock it away by Diego Moya. Passing game has just not been there for the Trojans tonight. Sanders now just 2 of 10 passing. They're still stuck on just 17 yards passing, facing a 3rd and 6 here. Again, looking to pass for it across the middle, and it's out of the reach of the intended target. Not sure if that was 8 or 9. Looks like that was 8 that it was intended for. That's Ruben Arachica. Just off the top of his fingertips. So Sanders is back to punt once again. Sanders has missed his last 5 passes, and another timeout called by Rodney Smith.
Timeout, University.
As apparently
their first charge timeout of
his
the
coaching staff have not agreed on whether they're going to punt or fake here. They're down 42-7 with 6 minutes and 47 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Correction, that is University's second charge timeout of the
Timeout
half.
for University. As they face a 4th down and 6 at their own 33-yard line. Trojans here in the second half. Had their only turnover and 1 first down, then a 4 downs and punt. Now another 4 downs and punt. Most likely Sanders is back in deep punt formation. Back to receive the punt is Jade Lake, and he takes it at the 31-yard line, goes up the middle of the field up to the 43. Lake's a pretty good weapon when it comes to return. 6:38 left third quarter. Consolidated with the football. Have it at their, they're going to mark him at the 44-yard line. Start this drive. Sutton Lake 9 yards shy of 100 yards on just 8 carries, and he has 2 touchdowns. He is in the backfield along with the quarterback, Kyle Willis. Hands the ball off to Lake. Lake following a good block from his fullback. Gets it across the 50 into University territory down to the 45-yard line. He'll cross the 100-yard mark with that one. Picked up 11. Middle screen, complete to the fullback. Mendel McNamara will take it inside the 30 down to the 28. And another first down for the Tigers. And the ball off to Sutton Lake. Over left tackle, slides by a couple of would-be tackers and goes 28 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. Fourth touchdown of the night for Sutton Lake, 3 on the ground. With 130 yards on 10 carries and 3 touchdowns, and he also has been their PAT guy, so he's in to add on the extra point and does so successfully. 5 minutes, 42 seconds left to go third quarter. New score is A&M Consolidated 49 and University 7 on another fine run, as you see there by Sutton Lake. Trojans need to get some kind of offense going here. They need to give their defense a little breather. Even though it hasn't taken the Tigers long to get into the end zone, that last drive was 56 yards in 3 plays. It took a grand total of 56 seconds. 4th touchdown tonight for the Tigers that have been under a minute on the drive. University offense from their 25-yard line thanks to the kick into the end zone. Nick Sanders has Carpenter behind him, and Yvonne Britt to his right, landed off to Carpenter. Carpenter will have to bounce it outside, able to do so. Gets a good block on the edge from Jones. Does a little nice stutter step at the 29 to get it down to the 32. 7-yard pickup for Carpenter and a really nice run. Watch this stop on a dime move right there and just slide by, man. Got him an extra yard or two. 2nd down and 3. Carpenter's 10th carry, 44 yards. Now it's Britt with the football. Nice block up front, but they're going to call holding. I thought that was a pretty good block on the part of Gonzalo Fernandez, but they throw a flag on it, and that'll bring it back.
Holding. Offense, number 65. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down. I
guess he pulled him down as opposed to a pancake block. From where I was sitting, I didn't see the holding, but that's why the officials are on the field. As I have tried to keep track of it, that is the 5th penalty of the night against the Trojans for 40 yards. The 2nd down and 13, back at the 23. Handoff goes to a new running back in the backfield. That's number 21, Aguarian McDowell. First time we've seen him carry the ball tonight. Gets it out to the 29-yard line for a pickup of 6. Again, it's going to McDowell over the left tackle. He'll squeeze it out to about the 34 for another 5-yard pickup. Still a yard shy of the first down. Fourth and 1, another quick kick from Sanders. This time, this one goes straight up, but it does take a University roll. We'll go all the way down to the 40-yard line. So what could have been disaster turned out okay as they were able to get the roll out of it. Sanders' foot has helped the Trojans get out of trouble occasionally tonight. 3:22 left to go, 3rd quarter. Tigers with the ball at Consolidated 40. And a whistle and a flag before the play, and apparently that's going to be a motion penalty or procedure penalty against the
False
Tigers.
Start, offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
Well, that'll back Tigers up 5 yards. I've got that as just the 4th penalty against them tonight for 30 yards. That's pretty good for the first night on the field. Wallace gets out of trouble. Now looking downfield, we'll just throw it away. Do it right over toward Lee Fedora on the sideline to get away from it. He'll face a 2nd and 15. Back at his own 35. This has been fairly successful tonight in the passing game. 13 of 19 for 295 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he has been intercepted twice. Handoff will go to Sutton Lake. Lake trying to find some room, but will not be able to get out of the grasp of the Trojans' Darius Lewis. See Lewis making a good tackle there. One of the few times they've bottled Lake up. So he only gets a yard out to the 36. Third down and 14. Willis reverses field, looking upfield, nobody to throw to. Now finally throws underneath, and it's complete. Once again, there goes Wyatt McDougal down the sideline, and McDougal able to get open again in the University territory. They'll mark him out at the 28-yard line of University. "36 yards on the pitch and catch." That interception, or that incompletion, will bring up a second down from the 28. Clock stopped with 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Slow snap. Willis able to handle it, throws in the flat, it's complete. Avoiding would-be tacklers is Wesley Greaves. Greaves will have the first down and take it down inside the 20. They say he was down to the 14-yard line. Pick up a 14 on the play. Greaves' fifth catch of the night for 39 yards. Inside the final 2 minutes of the third quarter here, and the Tigers looking to hang 50 on the scoreboard. As Willis is back to pass, and under pressure he'll end up losing back to the 25-yard line. Sack going to be given to Anthony Sardinetta. So he's able to get there and make the sack. There's also a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense, number 70. Penalties decline.
Yeah, I think you decline that penalty on the sack. So ball is all the way back to the 24-yard line. That's a loss of 10 on the play. Brings up a second down and 20. Willis gets out from under a rush, now is off and running. Gets a nice downfield block and gets it all the way inside the 5, down to the 1. 23 yards for Kyle Willis, just his 8th carry tonight. Causes some losses. That 23 yards will finally get him in the plus column in yardage at 7 yards rushing. They actually mark it at the 2. Tigers are once again at the doorstep. You think Sutton Lake will get the ball? He has it, and he's in the end zone for the 5th time tonight. 4 on the ground and 1 through the air. Nice hole on the left side for Lake to sneak through. A&M Consolidated last year averaged over 40 points a game. Outscored their opponents about 30 points in a game last year. Looks like they're off to a good start this year as well, as Lake adds on the point after attempt. Once again, you see Sutton Lake get in the end zone for the 4th time tonight on the ground. He also has 1 touchdown into the air. I've got him with 133 yards on just 12 carries for those 4 touchdowns. "65 yards, 7 plays." Took 2 minutes and 11 seconds for that drive. Maybe one of their most time-consuming scoring drives of the night. But up 56-7. And we still have the fourth quarter and a minute and 11 seconds to play in the contest. Got a feeling we're going to see a lot of reserves for the Tigers next time they get the ball. McDowell with the football on the return inside the 25 or outside the 25 out to about the 28. Seeing a lot of DeGuerian McDowell, a sophomore, here in the third quarter for the Trojans. From their own 28-yard line. Looks like we're going to have a third quarterback as Tydrium Felder, a sophomore, takes over the signal calling. He'll hand it off to McDowell, who finds some running room, but then fumbles the football. It is picked up and headed the other way for the Tigers. Is number 28, Diego Mora, and he has a defensive touchdown for the Tigers. Oh yeah, with the pickup and the score. Adds to the scoreboard for A&M Consolidated. He returned out about 30 yards. I believe that's the first turnover of the night against University, but it's costly as Sutton Lake puts the extra point on the board to make it 63-7 in favor of the Consolidated Tigers. Once again, you see Moya with the scoop and score there to put the Tiger defense on the scoreboard here in the season opener. Rodney Smith giving some of his reserves a chance to see some action here in their first varsity outing. Now going to be the deep man in the middle. On the far side is Isaiah Williams, a junior. And on the near side, I believe, is Jalen Marshall. Connor Boucher will kick it off for the Tigers. Take it all the way down to the 3-yard line where it's taken in by McDowell, and McDowell will run it out, get past the 25, and then he's squared up at about the 28-yard line. Nice open field form tackle there by Joshua Riley. Right, boom. Nice tackle. First and 10 at the University 29-yard line. Do what you can to hold on to the football here.
That's what happens when we don't come out and play. Well, that's what happens. Look at the scoreboard. That's what happens when we don't come out and play.
Sophomore quarterback with the carry. Felder takes it across the 30, up to the 32-yard line for a gain of 3. Felder, McDowell, and Carpenter. The three in the backfield for the Trojans. Carpenter takes the handout. Gets a nice crease on the near sideline and takes it for a first down up to the 40. A pickup of 8 on the play for Carpenter. 11th carry of the night for Carpenter for 52 yards. And that will be our final play of the third quarter. We head to the final 12 minutes with our score. A&M Consolidated 63 and the University Trojans 7. Heading into the last quarter of play. Checking in on my highly unofficial statistics. Got Consolidated with 17 first downs, only 5 for University. Trojans have run 2 more plays than the Trojans offensively, 46 for 182 yards. But out of their 44 plays, the Tigers have amassed 492 yards. A lot of that through the air. They're 15 of 21 passing for 345 yards. Trojans have been doing it on the ground, 31 rushing plays for 182 yards. Here we go with the start of the fourth quarter. Felder hands it off to Britt. Avon trying to bounce it outside, will lose a yard back to the 39. You see Brett trying to get around the corner, but just quite doesn't have the blocking there. 6th carry of the night for 17 yards for Kayvon. Now you have Carpenter checking back in for McDowell. Carpenter checks in. He's got to retie his shoe. In the slot for the Trojans on the near side is DeVarian Coleman. Felder, though, fakes the handoff, keeps the ball, follows Brett around the corner, and gets it up to about the 43-yard line. Pick up a 4. Brings up a 3rd and 7. Carpenter checks out. 2 receivers on the near side. That's Jalen Delgado along with Ruben Arachica. Arachica in the slot. Felder looked to throw. Now will do the quarterback draw up the middle. Takes it up to the 48-yard line to pick up a 5, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 2. Got to believe that they'll go for it here. There's no sense in punting. Let's see if you can maybe get the first down. You just need 2. Have to believe there's a lot of reserves out there for A&M Consolidated. Handed off to Carpenter, coming around the near side. He will have the first down, loses his helmet as he's slung down at the 47-yard line and Consolidated's into the field. They do pick up the first down on the 4th down try there. You see he gets hit in the helmet. I believe that was to Isker Glasker that hit him in the helmet. Another 5-yard pickup for Carpenter. Big hit on McDowell there as he gets it across the 45 to the 44 for a 3-yard pickup.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That'll pick up the first down and more for the Trojans as Tigers get penalized for the 5th time tonight for 45 yards total. They pick up the first down on the penalty. All the way down to the 29. Felder hands it, fakes the handoff, tries to move it upfield and slips and falls. Felder will lose back to the 32. Loss of 3 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 13. Brett gets a nice block from McDowell on the edge and takes it across the 25 to the 24. Pickup of 8 for Carpenter. Bring up a 3rd down and 5. Carpenter now has gotten the most carries for the Trojans tonight, 13 for 65 yards. Trojans have used 3 quarterbacks tonight. McDowell has the ball in a nice hole over left tackle and gets the 1st down as he takes it down to the 16-yard line. Another 8-yard pickup. His 4th carry of the night for 19 yards. 1st and 10. Brett had to reverse his field there to try to find some running room up the middle and gets it inside the 15 to the 14 for 2 yards. I have just 7 carries tonight for Kayvon Brent for 19 yards. Lone receiver to the near side. 2 to the far side. Nice hole on the right side, and into the end zone is McDowell for the touchdown. 14-yard TD run. There you see Guerian McDowell, the sophomore running back, get into the end zone for the first time in his university career. It's 63-13 with a try for point to come. Both touchdowns tonight for the Trojans have come on the ground. Point after attempt is off to the right. But once again, you see McDowell get it into the end zone for the Trojans. To make it a little bit more respectful. The PAT no good. And it remains 63-13. Well, after having the fumble return for a touchdown, the Trojans put together their best drive of the night. I got 13 plays to go 71 yards. There's 6:49 left in the game. That means that was 6 minutes and 22 seconds on that drive. Longest drive for either team time-wise tonight. And along the way, the Trojans picked up 5 first downs. That probably equals the total number they had prior to that. It does. See if the Trojans want to practice their onside kick here. Consolidated not necessarily looking for it, but I'm sure they've got some good hands guys up front. I see a lot of small numbers up front. That usually means the good hands guys are there. Going to be popped up to the near side. Catch made at the 25-yard line. A flag thrown. That usually means a block in the back by somebody, as Jalen Walter returned that one, and Walter for the second time tonight is down after a carry. See Walter go down there. Didn't see anything in particular that would bring about the injury. Jerry Williams, Chelsea Hooten from the university coaching staff there. They're the nearest ones to it, and it appears to be maybe a cramp that Jerry's working on there. The ball will be at the 31-yard line.
We have a block out of bounds on the return team, number 34. It's a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
Been doing this a long time, and that'd be the first time I've heard of a block out of bounds. Meanwhile, Walter is back up and walking on his own power, but walking stiffly with the Charlie horse. So the penalty against Consolidated is their 6th of the night for 50 yards, make that 50 yards. They have the football with 6:43 left to go and a 50-point lead at 63-13. Willis is still the quarterback. He's gone the distance. On the flanker around with the football is Grayson Soltis. And Soltis takes it to university territory. Soltis, not a very big guy, but he is a senior. Takes it all the way down to the university 41. They send him in motion again, pitch it to him again, same play. Not quite the same result as the Trojans are able to figure this one out, and he just gets one. Second down and 9. Nice open field tackle there by the Trojans on Eckert in the backfield. We've seen him earlier in the game. Eckert has the football again and has lots of running room this time. Inside the 35 down to the 33. Pick up about 8 on that one. But they're keeping it between the hash marks and rolling the clock. It's rolling under 5 minutes to go in the contest. Kyle Willis looking to pass now. Will throw a screen pass underneath to the fullback, McNamara. We've seen that once before. He loses the football and is able to get back on top of it. Good job by McNamara to recover his own fumble.
Holding, offense, number 50. It's 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, first down.
That'll bring that back. Spot of the foul was the 28-yard line, takes it back to the 38. McDowell maybe got five yards on the play. Now it's first down and 15. Eckert has the football, straight ahead running, across the 35, about the 34. Picked up about 4 on the play to bring up a second down. And 11. Tigers doing their best to run as much clock as they can. Eckert around the left side. Able to carry Trojans down to the 30-yard line. Trojans holding on to that football, trying to take it away from Eckert, but he won't let it go. Picks up another 4 yards down to the 30. Got Eckert now with 6 carries for 23 yards, but again, my statistics are highly unofficial. Tiger offense working on some special plays here. Gets the pass away, and it's incomplete. Trying to come back for it was Mitchell Mangan. A little behind him there, but Willis was under a great deal of pressure. Blitzing linebacker coming through, about to take him down. Here you see somebody will get to him. That was Raylan Scott from his linebacker spot that got to him. 22nd pass attempt for Willis tonight. He's completed 15 of those for 359 yards and 3 touchdowns. Again, he's back to pass, throws a middle screen. This one to Eckert. Eckert inside the 30 to the 27. Just to pick up a 3 on that play. But it goes over on downs to University with 2:56 left in the game. And Consolidated well in control at a score of 63-13. The Trojans have the ball at their own 27-yard line, trailing by 50. Again, it's Felder at quarterback, hands it off to McDowell coming around the left side. McDowell will take it to the 33 for a gain of 5. He's got quite a bit of work tonight in a reserve role. 5 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. He's also fumbled the ball once. Clock rolling with 2:30 to go. New running back in the backfield, Najee Drakes, number 28, and Drakes gets the handoff. Again coming to the right side. We'll take it up to about the 39-yard line for a 6-yard gain. There you see Drakes following the blocks. Actually, is out to the 39-yard line for after a gain of 6. Don't expect we'll see Fielder throw the ball. Hands off to McDowell. McDowell sees an opening up the middle, but it closes very quickly. It's getting there to make the stop for Consolidated was Major Schulze, along with Ethan Zalobny. A couple of the reserves. The gain up to the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the play for McDowell. Minute and a half left. McDowell around the left side this time. Up to the 48-yard line. A gain of 6. And they do pick up the first down. Trying to keep it between the hash marks and let the play clock run. Felder with the keeper into Tiger territory. down to the 44-yard line. Pick up a 7 on that play for Felder. Got that as his 5th carry of the night for 16 yards. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays here for the Trojans. A good workout for everybody in this first game as a lot of players got to play. Felder on the keeper. Bounces it outside. Run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And they're going to keep the clock. Well, they stopped the clock. So he got 4 yards on the play. Leading rusher in the game by far is going to be Sutton Lake with his 12 carries for 133 yards for A&M Consolidated and 4 touchdowns on the ground and 1 through the air. Clock rolling with 9 seconds left. This will be the last snap of the contest. Handoff will go to McDowell, and he'll break loose and get it all the way down to the 30-yard line for a 10-yard pickup. That's going to do it for this one. Trojans got behind early and stayed behind often as A&M Consolidated scored the first 2 times they got the ball in the first half and the first 3 times they got the ball in the second half to come away with a 63-13 win over the University Trojans. I'd like to thank our crew from Waco ISD tonight who helped you bring the broadcast, the camera operators, little Jesse Maldonado and big Jesse Maldonado down on the ground, and Tyrell McSpadden up in the press box. Leslie Ugaldi on instant replay, Will Burney, our audio engineer, Justin Sanchez, our director, and Jesse Bateo, our producer. Final score again, 63-13. We will close tonight with a word of the wise from the coach, Butch Henry, to greet every living creature you meet with a smile. Good night.